เราทั้งหลายอยู่ที่จะขอพระผู้มีพระภาคเจ้าผู้ไกรจากกิเลสตรัสรู้ชอบได้โดยพระองค์เอง
Why would a foreigner come to Thailand to become a monk? Give up all the convenience and things that you're used to. Is Buddhism a religion or a philosophy? I'll leave that up to you. But I can tell you my reasons, and I'm filming this before I go to the jungle to become a monk, and I will record something after to see what impressions of mine have changed. Where I'm going is a pretty good distance from any major town. Even the closest small town, it's very difficult to get to this temple. We've gone there 4 times, so 8 times there and back, and we got lost every single time. So 8 times. We got lost going there and we got lost coming back. Each time we stopped and asked people in the local village, how do you get to the temple? They either didn't know or pointed us in the wrong direction. And usually what they would say is go down the road and ask someone else, see if they can point you. And we end up in a twisty, curvy dirt road, and never did we have the feeling, okay, we'll be able to get here next time. We were still kind of, what happened? Once at night, we ended up on a road that just ended, and we had to turn around and come back. So why would anybody want to do that? Well, I am a person who had children, and you dedicate your whole life to your children. Everything you're doing is occupied with those children day and night. And when they grow up and leave, you might want to replace that with other things. For me, it was podcasting, technology, learning to play the guitar, things like that. So from the moment I got up in the morning, when I was shaving, yes, shaving my head, I'm halfway there to becoming a monk, so why not, right? As I'm shaving my head or shaving my face or neck, brushing my teeth, I'm listening to a podcast. I'm staying abreast of the current news. And then I'll proceed into my hobbies. I started getting into podcasting myself and also creating videos. I had constant information going into my head at all times. I quit Facebook in order to kind of lower the amount of constant information, but I kind of switched to texting. So that way, if I have a cool picture of something, not, hey, this is what I had for breakfast, isn't it important? But my daughter just had a baby, texting that to relatives, things like that. So I kind of replaced Facebook, putting it out to the world with just putting out to specific people that I want to know specific information. When I was younger, I used to play pinball. And all these balls, you could add them one at a time as you're playing to beef up your score. And every once in a while, the pinballs would get stuck in one spot, and you'd have to unplug the machine, shake it a little bit to get the balls loose, and that was basically what we'd call a reset. So getting to my reason for coming to Thailand to become a monk is really a reset, going without the constant flow of information back and forth. Now that the kids are grown up and gone, I went into my initial phase of retirement, which was still staying busy and active, which meant information coming and going constantly. And now it's time to unplug that pinball machine. But out here, certainly they think it is interesting. They're captivated by the fact of why somebody would come from the other side of the world, go into the jungle barefoot. Now this isn't the rest of my life. I'm doing it initially for a period of 15 days to see what it's like and see how it affects me. Anyway, I wanted to make this video before I start my journey into monkhood. Is that what you're going to call it? And I'm going to compare it with after. I'll have a few things to say, I'm sure, after they shave my beard. Again, my head's already partially there because I shave it anyway. A lot of it is about meditation. When I was 17 years old, I was able to meditate only one time, I used to try it a lot, but one time was I able to actually kind of zone out, try to push all the thoughts out of my mind and achieve a state of total relaxation. I walked into a room and there were 3 or 4 people sitting around. As soon as I walked in, they were like, "Wow, what's going on with you?" I said, "What do you mean? Nothing's going on with me." They said, "Something's different about you." And I didn't say anything, but I certainly felt it. The time that I was actually meditating might have been 45 minutes. I don't know. I don't remember. I was 17. It was a long time ago. But I felt like I just slept for 8 hours. And I've been trying to recapture that ever since, and I haven't been able to do it. Maybe this will help me do it. I wish I knew the name of the book, but when I was 16, 17, I read a book, believe it or not, by the actress Shirley MacLaine about Buddhism. And that got me very interested in Buddhism as a way of life and a way of dealing with things in your life. So this is the precursor, the prologue to what I'm about to go through. And if you want to join me on this channel, I'll let you know how it went after it's over. I know I couldn't get cell phone reception out there, and there's no electricity at the temple specifically. They do have solar for the lights, but it should be very interesting. Obviously, Thai is not my language. It's not my language. And here they speak a dialect called Isan, which is heavily influenced by the Laotian language. Laos is right across the border. We're right on the Mekong River right here. And naturally, the language is heavily influenced by Laotian, of which I do not speak. I do speak some Thai. So it's going to be interesting. Join me. Aloha.